All right, up we go. Welcome back to Veteran Revivals. I'm Art, your veteran idiot. This is my garage full of all kinds of junk that I can't seem to get in all of this storage space that is already completely full. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. Got a rack that hangs from the ceiling. We're going to put together and put all this crap away. FLEXIMOUNTS sent it over. They saw my garage and they were like, you need to clean that crap up. And I agree. I need to clean that crap up. So that's what we're going to do today. Yes, question. Then why is your hand up? Anyways, we're going to put all this crap away. I just need to figure out where I want to put this mount. It's a 4x4. Let's just break it out and take a look. Sweet baby. Jeez, it's heavy. As you guys know, I am the world's foremost leader in putting things together incorrectly, so let's go ahead and get started with this. Oh, all right. Okay, all right. So far, so good. We got here, installation guide. Okay, as we see here, looks like screwdriver, cordless drill, pencil, safety glasses, tape measure, stud finder, ladder, assembly on a carpeted floor to prevent scratching, and then a very, very close battle buddy to help you put it together. All right. Well, this thing ain't finding nothing. You can see where the seams are in the drywall. This thing ain't finding nothing. So one should be somewhere in this area, and another one should be somewhere in that area. Yeah, this stud finder is trash. Or there is no joists in here. So I'm gonna go with the first one. All right, found a different one. Let's see what we got now. That joist is 6 inches wide. So what would you call the center of that joist if it's 6 inches wide across? Yeah, it's literally 4 inches wide. And what is it? Are these 24-inch? What do we got going on here? We'll call it 48 inches from the outside of the wall. What? What? It's 4 feet from the outside of the wall, and there's nothing between here and there. Nothing. I'm gonna go in the attic. I know the joists are running this way. I know it. I just don't get it. These are not in joists, by the way. These are just on the ceiling. I'm flexing the drywall right now, pulling them. That don't make no good sense. Okay, so cool story. You'll like this one, promise. So from right about the middle of the garage there, peak comes down, and so the joist turned this direction. So that way for the rest of the garage, this way for this side of the garage. So we're gonna find something, anything, preferably here, and we're gonna go with that. We'll have to change the direction of the platform, which is okay, because then that puts the handle over on this side. Will you calm down out there? Garbage truck's just trying to do his job. Calm down, relax. So they do look like they're 24 on center over here though. So we will, which should be fine, maybe. Yeah, as long as we get to 48 inches, right? All right, let's get our numeros. I just don't want to impede on opening the door, so we're not going to go past that, and there should be a joist right here. I'm not going to be able to reach this one. Oh, don't fall off the ladder. Oh, all right. Almost lost the glasses. We're good though. I saved them. That looks like more like 16. Nope, 24. Lost them that time. What's going on in here? It's hot. Need a nap already. Oh, all right. I am sweating like crazy, and it's not because this is hard. It's just really hot and really humid right now. I busted out the swamp cooler, try and cool it down a little bit in here. With the humidity, it may not do anything, but that's neither here nor there. Template is up, and I had to go up in the attic to make sure that we were in a good spot. So template's up, we gotta put the brackets up there and start drilling holes. And then it should be smooth sailing from there. Once we get all the holes drilled, we'll just bolt and stuff up. Okay, so I've got the brackets bolted up there. Super easy to do. I ran into some trouble because this one back here in the corner, the joist changed direction. This is right in that corner where they changed direction, and so there was nothing in that spot. So I had to put a stringer up in the attic, go up in the attic, put that stringer in, and then drill it on. So that's why I'm completely drenched in sweat. But if I didn't have to do this, with the stringer in this spot over here, and you've got regular joists, this thing goes up in minutes. Super, super easy. So now we just got to put the mechanism up there and run the cables down through this side, and we'll build the platform. Woo, woo. Sweet. I think these cables need to flip over the other side. Oh. And it's got 2 bolts that we're gonna affix to keep it from sliding together. And then it's got 2 bolts in either end to keep it from sliding together as well. I just got to double check. We've got these cables going the right way. We'll tighten all this down. And then this guy, to keep it from spreading and shrinking or whatever in either direction. I have a ratchet down there on the floor, but I'm going to use their tools and just see exactly how durable and useful these things are for anybody that does not have tools readily available to do this. Works pretty well. Tight. That's nice and tight, guys. Cool. That's all tight. That side does not get any more bolts. It just gets these cables run over it. So we'll pull these out. Maybe. Might have to get a razor blade. Huh. Don't fight me on this. Gotta get a razor blade anyways. It's got a zip tie. Okay, now we gotta take this long set, keeping the black cable on the outside, and run it down through here. Just like that, and that. I really like how this is turning out so far. Looks great. Fits perfectly over here. But the cab of my truck comes to about right here. So this is gonna be perfect. And then it comes pretty low. Comes all the way down to about that high off the ground, which is plenty low enough to load stuff on. We'll just see. I probably won't use the hand crank that goes on there. I'll probably just hook a drill to it because I got a drill that sits out here all the time in that conglomeration of mess that I'm going to clean up in a second. But I'll use the drill to crank it up and down. That is an option. You're not going to burn it out. All right, now we got to put the platform together. Looks like it already comes somewhat assembled. We just got to bolt it to these rails. This side of wired deck should face upward. Just like here. Oh, come on. There we go. Get this lined up so the cables can go through with no problemos. Let's tighten it down over here. We'll say that the instructions say to place this bracket on the stacked wired side, and then shows the picture with the lines down the center. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. So it's a little misleading because there's only a single down this side, and these lines or these hinges are running this way. So the picture shows they should be running this way, but it's stacked like this on this side, which doesn't exist. And if I put the bars down that way, it would just fold in the middle. So this is the way it's supposed to go, but it's not double stacked down here. Not sure if that was a change in the instructions or what the story is behind that, but that does not match. Now comes the time to bolt this platform up in her. Stay. Start with one end here, which is going to be this side, which I'll probably have to move all that crap, but no big deal, as they say.
Jesus Christ. That's Jason Bourne.
I'm like a ninja, in case you didn't know. So we'll leave these a little loose because the cables are probably going to want to spin and settle into where they are supposed to be. So we'll just leave it loose and adjust from there. Once there's weight down on it, they want to spin around and settle into their own spots. Let's go to the other side. Hey now. Hey now, hey now. All right, cool. It's a little twisted. Straighten it out. Fix my sunglasses. Well, isn't that fancy? All right, let's tighten them loops. All right, I know these things work. I'm not gonna keep using this thing. Time to switch it out for some power. Curious what the purpose of the silver cables is. Because this one, the black one, is the one that is supporting the weight. Maybe these are safeties? What do you guys think? Because they're a little bit looser. What was that? Little plastic piece pop out the end? Let's put that back. Stay in your home. Oh. What's going on here? That one might need a little help. I think I squeezed the tube and it popped out. Yep, we're gonna glue those back in. That's what's gonna happen. Ta-da! Oh yeah. Let's give it a whirl. Let's give her a test flight. So this little guy up here has a brake right here in a lock. So we gotta pop that lock off. Like so. Now we can spin the winch or gearbox or whatever you want to call it up and down. All right, up we go. That is pretty freaking cool. I could see using a hand crank would be a little bit tedious, so luckily we got that drill over there that stays in here. And you could use that. But yeah, these gotta be just like a secondary support cable. Tighten up a little bit here. Not so much here. The weight is definitely on the black cable. Sweet. Let's load it up. Get all this crap out of here. Time to pull the truck in, see what we did. Something wrong? There's something oh so right. And there we have it. That is exactly what I needed. Thank you, FLEXIMOUNTS, for sending me that. Perfect. Cleaned up my whole area here. I'll figure out something to do with Dad's recliner. But for right now, that's a good spot. We're all cleaned up here. Don't look at the shoes over here. They don't matter. And these guys are chilling. This was a great idea. Great invention. I know this isn't the first of its kind, but that is perfect. Exactly what I needed. I'm gonna stop gushing over it now. I appreciate FLEXIMOUNT for sending that. And these are very, very reasonably priced. The only thing that I did not like about this kit was that the tape it came with left residue on here. And it's gonna be hard to tell right now, just looking at it with this, but as soon as the dust rolls in, there's gonna be little tape marks everywhere. And if I had to do it again, I'd use my own masking tape and that wouldn't be an issue at all. Other than that, this system went together very easily. Most of you guys will not run into the issues that I ran into with having to put in a stringer up in the attic, but that's just kind of how it goes with me. If you guys are into cars and you're watching this channel for the first time, go check out all my car builds. They all are disastrous and run into issues and everything else. So this is right in line with that. But the system itself, there was no issues at all, went together perfectly, could carry 300 pounds from floor to ceiling with a drill or with a hand crank. The hand crank probably take forever, but the drill worked great. So thank you again, FLEXIMOUNT. You can find it on Amazon. This is the GL1 model. And like I said, it's very, very reasonably priced. I do recommend. Give it a try, check it out. I don't have a code for it or anything because like I said, this is not a promotion. They just sent it to me because they saw I had a bunch of crap in the garage and they thought it would be useful. That's gonna do it for me. Make sure you go check out everything in my merchandise. The link is down in the description for all my shirts and everything else. I appreciate you guys. Thank you and have fun.